Welcome
Welcome.
to Shade and the City. I'm your girl Treese.
It's Nels.
And today, y'all, we are here to get into a little sip and shade. Y'all can't say nothing, can you? We be delivering, y'all. Okay. But no, I'm just playing. So yeah, we're here for a quick sip and shade, hot topics. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button for us.
And a subscribe button.
And y'all, let's jump right into it and let's go through the docket, see who's on the docket for today. All right, let's get shady. Y'all. So the first story we're gonna get into, we're just gonna, I'm sure everybody has heard the news that broke last night, and we just want to get the bad stuff out the way so we can ha ha kiki as we move forward. But as we know, prayers go out to the family of Irv Gotti, Murder Inc. co-founder. He passed away yesterday at 54 after suffering from a stroke and a brain bleed. So yeah, I know it's really crazy. I think a lot of people thought it was rumors at first. Even me and Nels talked about this last night. She had sent me something and I didn't necessarily trust the source. And I was like, is this really true? Or is this just, whatever? And then by the time you really had confirmed information, it was confirmed that he was gone. So obviously that's very unfortunate. Yeah, they said that he apparently was declared, DEAD Wednesday morning, according to All Hip Hop's Kyle Eustace. Yeah, he suffered from a vital stroke. And we know about the brain bleed situation because we all, if you've seen the Jamie Foxx comedy special, then we all know that's what he suffered from.
And
And
if
actually,
you haven't, you need to, because it
yes,
is
you
so
do.
good.
And Jamie Foxx also posted about his passing, and I was explaining to Nels, I said, I'm sure Jamie dropped to his knees when he heard this news and thank God, because this absolutely could have been his situation and his scenario. And
But you know what though? I thought he was actually going to say something in reference to that, and he didn't. Which, I mean,
I know he made it really about Irv. He didn't make
I
it
thought,
about him. I love
and I
that.
thought that was so dope that I mean, nobody would have blamed him, of course, if he did, because of course he can understand. But I thought it was really dope that he just kept it about Earth and didn't make it
Now,
about.
one thing that I thought was in terrible taste, and we all know, I guess 50 is going to be a troll through and through. He just don't care. And you know what? I feel like you must already know you going to hell, so you just trying to make sure your seat is ready and warm for you when you get there. Because 50 decides to basically comment after learning about the news and said, "Damn, you won't be able to watch my new shows." And I said, that is just
Oh, I
so,
didn't see that.
yeah.
The only thing I saw was the thing with him and Lil Meech. I did
Oh
not see
no.
that.
Yeah. It was very, that's why I said there's a special place. He's
He
just
does a
getting his
lot
seat
of
warm.
he does a lot of things that are very distasteful.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all. So it's really unfortunate that 50 took the time to be petty in this moment. Obviously, I'm sure his family is grieving, and like I said, prayers up for them and wishing them strength as they get through this. And as we know, I mean, even though I ain't gonna speak about the man, any type of way, because obviously he's no longer here, and we want to respect the name of the people are no longer here. But he did some great things while he was here. Everybody knows about Murder Inc. We don't know some songs, and everything else. It is what it is, and he'll answer to somebody for that. But he
And
did
I
make
guess
a
he did
contribution.
movies. He's done movies too, like
Right?
produced.
Yes, he's made an
I
amazing
saw
contribution to the
I saw
community.
Lance Gross's post about him. I guess the day that he was on set, Lance Gross had actually lost his father, and Irv helped him get through that. So, he was just, talking about
Right.
that. So yeah, yeah, he's done some great things.
So yeah, y'all. So on to other news, right? So, or unfortunate news, we can talk about how, since we're on the subject of 50, he decides that he is going to continue to be on his petty train. And as we know, or I did know, and shout out to Demarcus. Demarcus was up in the comments and he had asked us if we had heard about it. And I was like, I ain't really hear nothing about it. Um, and y'all, sometimes I ain't even gonna hold you. Sometimes that's why these stories be old, because I gotta backtrack. Because it's a different time. I be trying to protect my peace. I can't be just diving into the news every 50 seconds, or I wouldn't be peaceful. Okay. But anyway, so what had happened was, apparently Big Meech, as we know, has been released. And we saw a picture of him and Ross, and they were posted up. I didn't really think too much of it, but apparently 50 did. So 50 got upset. And basically then he released a text message from Little Meech, basically telling him, like, hey, what's going on? Like, I heard you unfollowed me online. Like, I don't understand. I've always been there for you. I'll give you the shirt off my back. Like, I don't get why you doing this to me. He was like, my dad got out. Ross gave him some money to help pay his bills till we start the new season. And 50 decided to not only share this text, which is Little Meech being vulnerable, because he feels like this is somebody I've worked for, I had a relationship with, you've kind of taken me in, and helped jumpstart my career. And it was a sense of trust. And I think that, to me, um, and then to turn around and publish that, but then not only to say, well, what next season, little ninja? So basically, I guess he's telling him, thank you for your services.
I think it's so disgusting. And I mean, whatever beef you have with Rick Ross, at the end of the day, this man made a whole song about this man. I think I'm Big Meech.
Oh, hold on. I hear what you're saying, but he made a whole song about him. And I'm not saying what 50 is doing is right. However, I'm big on loyalty. Yes, he made a song about him, but 50 made a whole series about your life and gave your son a job when he was not an actor.
And this man, it didn't even have to he didn't give you a job. He's giving you money to help you pay your bills that you don't even have to work for.
No, I hear you.
So,
I hear you.
what I'm doing with my time have to do with my son?
I get the argument. I'm just doing the other side. If we're
Yes,
talking
I
about,
appreciate what you did for my son. That's great. I appreciate it. But this man is doing something for me.
I think that both can be true at the same time. And I still think it was poor. It was poor judgment. And I honestly, sometimes maybe he needs to have sex again. I don't know if this is a part of celibacy and you just get angry and real petty.
No,
But
just because he doesn't have a girlfriend doesn't mean he's not having sex.
no. He said he's celibate. He's
And
not.
he was still petty as hell when he was having sex.
I was trying to give the man an excuse, but all right, let's move on, y'all. So anyway, in other news, as we know, prosecutors are seeking an 8-year sentence for ASAP Rocky in the assault case, not 24 years as previously reported. Now, prosecutors apparently have clarified in court that, contrary to previous reports, and this is compliments to the Jasmine Brand, ASAP Rocky is not facing a potential 24-year sentence. Instead, if convicted, they will be seeking a prison term of 8 years. Journalist Dennis Byron, who has been covering the trial closely, reported this news. This adjustment in sentencing guidelines comes as the trial continues to unfold. Rocky is accused of pow-powing a former friend, ASAP Relly. I'm too old. I'm too old, y'all.
I
I
think
don't.
all of them were like ASAP something.
If it wasn't for him being on a song with Kendrick Lamar, I wouldn't know who he is. If it wasn't for him dating Rihanna, I wouldn't know who he is. So I definitely don't know all the other ASAPs. It's like the doll craze. I know Cash, and by default, because she's all
You know
over
she's
our.
a Pisces?
Yeah, I can see that.
I thought that was. I was watching
I
clips
feel
of.
like her, for some reason, I may be wrong. I feel sometimes, for some reason, I feel like her and Dream Doll.
Oh, I
I
don't
may
know.
be wrong.
I just seen a clip on the Shannon Sharp interview that she did, and she said she was a Pisces. I was like, and Treese love your character, child. She love
Okay,
your
that's what it's giving.
character.
But can't look. I bet you she'll tell you some stories about how she ain't always made the best decisions. Okay, so anyway,
You don't gotta
but
say.
anyway, y'all. So the case, which has drawn significant media attention, now seems to be taking a different direction than initially anticipated, with the prosecution focusing on considering or a considerable shorter possible sentence. So yeah, y'all. I guess good luck to ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. Nobody wants to see obviously this father of two and Rihanna's man go to jail for what is it, 8 years? So yeah, let's hope that I mean, but if he did that, which it looked like he did, then you do the crime, damn it, you got to do the time, okay? No matter who you are, no matter what ASAP you are. So, in other sad news, Marcus Jordan reportedly, as we know, this is Michael Jordan's son, reportedly was arrested the other day, as y'all know. He apparently got his Lamborghini stuck on a train track. And then from there, they realized that he was inebriated, so he was arrested for DUI. And then we also find out that he allegedly was on that cocoa as well. So, yeah, and apparently on the way, to be taken downtown, he asked the police to, play some Mariah Carey up in this bitch. Okay, that's what that was his soundtrack for him going to jail. He wanted to hear Mariah. So whatever works. But yeah, y'all, it's really sad. He's, as we know, he's 34. Seemed like he ain't been right since he broke up with Larsa. I don't know what he does on a day-to-day basis outside of being rich because of who his daddy is. And that's okay. You can live in that.
Probably does
Um,
more of this.
huh?
Probably does more of this.
Coco?
And driving under the influence and
Oh yeah. But it also makes you start to wonder, how is he getting the money to fuel these bad habits and do these things?
is he not rich?
Well, see, I guess I'm one of them people. If I was Michael Jordan, I'm rich. You're not.
No, you're
And
not. No,
oh,
you're not.
especially if I know my child has a habit, I'm not going to fuel that habit, especially if you're doing it with my money. I wouldn't, because essentially you're helping. If you're going to hit rock bottom, you can do it by yourself. You ain't going to do it with my money. I stand on that. If my money is going anywhere, it's sending you to rehab. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna keep paying, but that's just my opinion. But Nell said, she think he should just keep on giving. And then can you imagine when his dad passes away? God forbid, all that
I
money
don't think
he's
he
going to
should keep on.
inherit.
I don't think he should keep on giving, but I don't think he's gonna cut him off. And that's what it would take. You would have to cut him off because I mean, and cut him off completely because that means not paying any of his bills, not paying for any of his lifestyle, not paying for anything. And realistically, being a celebrity father, I can't see that happening.
Shit, we've seen it, but he might not be that type of guy. But Lord knows we've seen it. So anyway, y'all, in lighter conversation, I thought we're gonna do a quick little Grammys recap. There was some big wins, as we know. Beyonce won Country Album of the Year, which she was shocked. And she's the first Black woman to do so. As well as Album of the Year, which we know Jay-Z had nicely went up on stage last year and basically said, "You gonna stop playing in my wife's face." And so yeah, so she finally won Album of the Year. So congrats to her. She definitely looked surprised.
You
I ain't
thought
even
she
gonna
was
hold
surprised?
you. She looked surprised, and not only did she look surprised, I don't think, I guess because of her like stage
I
performances.
think she did a surprise face. I didn't think she looked surprised.
No, I thought she was surprised. I was good.
He's like,
I actually think that she was humbled, in my opinion. Um, because I really do think she was surprised. I don't think she thought she was gonna win that. Even when you look when she won artist, I don't know, I want to say artist of the year, when she won album of the year, um, and they interviewed her and she was like, I just been working so hard for 20 years. Like, and as a Virgo, she looked like she wanted to tear up. It almost gave me Giselle. She looked like she wanted to tear up, but she wouldn't let nothing come out her eyes. But she definitely was like, oh my God, like I've been working so long to get to this point, get to this moment. And like, I just want to open doors for others. And girl almost had me in tears. I said, go ahead, B. I'm so happy. I'm so proud. But anyway, so yeah, congratulations to Beyonce on that. Then we also had, forgive me if I'm butchering this young lady's name, Doechii, I think it is.
mm-hmm.
But she did win best rap album. So shout out to her. She's only the third woman that has accomplished that. So shout out to her. SZA won I
Oh
think
yeah,
best,
it was Lauryn Hill, Cardi B, and her,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
SZA won an Grammy. Apparently, she won Best R&B Song for Saturn. Then, like I said, Money Long, she won for Best R&B Performance. So, shout out to her because we know she's been working with her pen behind the scenes for a very long time. And then I have to shout out because I am so happy for this brother. And I'm sorry, y'all might not like me for saying this, and you might disagree with me, and that's okay. You can tomato me in the comments. But Chris Brown got best R&B album for 11:11, which I definitely think deserves it. I think even if you don't like this man, there has to be a bop on that album that you can call me every day.
This is, I think, his second one, right?
Huh?
This is the second one he's ever won,
Yeah,
right?
but he hasn't won one in 11 years because basically he's been
It's crazy.
blackballed. Yeah. And think about all the bangers that he's released in between that time. But
I'm trying
yet,
to think of a song that Chris Brown released that wasn't a banger.
I don't know. But I'm happy that they finally gave Chris his thing. So shout out to him. Tim's also won a Grammy for Best African Music performance. So shout out to her because I definitely think she deserves her flowers. I feel like, especially, and this is no, I'm not trying to pit them against each other, but I feel like Tim's was like hot and trotting and she was that girl. And then it was like Tyler came out and then you didn't really hear any more about her. So I'm really happy that they did give her things. So shout out to Tim's. Beyonce and Miley Cyrus both won a Grammy for best country duo group performance. I said, I don't know how many awards she walked away with that night, but I know her hands was probably full. Okay. Jay-Z probably had one, Blue probably had a few. But yeah, it was really, I was happy for everybody. If I missed anybody super important, y'all dropped out in the comments. One thing that I thought was interesting was they chose Janelle Monáe to perform in the Quincy Jones tribute. And she decided to do Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, which I like Janelle Monáe. So I didn't mind it. And I like her eccentricity, I guess is how you say it. And so I liked it. Now, not everybody, if you go in the comments, not everybody felt that way.
Did you?
I will say this. I liked it because I knew they weren't going to let Chris Brown do it. But literally, as I was sitting there watching her perform, I said, yeah, she can move, but this should really be Chris up here doing this.
So I sent you something where she performed like at the after party.
Oh yeah, she performed at the after party,
Did
and then she
you
basically said "F Nelly."
did you know Nelly was in the crowd? Nelly was there. I sent it. Yeah, I sent it to you. Nelly
I
was
didn't know
there.
Nelly was in the crowd.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah.
Mm.
She said, I'm gonna say it to your face. I said, oh, look, Nelly was like, yeah, yeah.
Look, you better put some respect on her name. I
Mhm.
like Janelle. Okay, I always said if I have another child and she's a girl, her name will be Janelle. Okay, don't steal my baby name. I'm talking to the audience, not you. All right. So then also after this, Beyonce has decided to share her Cowboy Carter tour dates. Whoop whoop confetti. Get ready to spend all your income tax money.
Basically.
So yeah, she has released the dates. And like I said, and then if I'm not mistaken, some people are hinting, a friend of a friend allegedly hinted that after the tour, she absolutely plans on doing a residency in Vegas. So if that is true, Shade Squad, what are y'all gonna do? Are you gonna do both? Are you gonna not pay your mortgage to do both? Because that's probably what it's gonna take. Okay. But I think if it was me, and if the news is true, I definitely think I would opt out for the Vegas residency and just let her do her cowboy thing. I think I would prefer to see her perform more songs that she's done versus sit through 2 3 hours of just, not that I don't like Cowboy Carter. I don't know if I would want to sit in an audience. But for those that want to, shout out to you. I can't wait to see the outfits that y'all come up with, and I'm here for it. And shoot, I might even dress up and not go nowhere. Okay. So I'm here for it. But I might be like they did for the Renaissance movie. I might be in the theater with my outfit on, okay? Spend much less on that ticket. But no, y'all. So yeah, shout out to Beyonce doing big things and getting her flowers. And I love that all this is going down during Black History Month. Now, one thing that I forgot to bring up about the Grammys was Kanye West showing up with his wife Bianca, and her basically being naked. Um I guess you could, I don't even think you could say it was saran wrap that she was wearing, but whatever she was wearing, it was invisible. And I think,
You had to use your imagination that she had on something that was
well,
covered
so
up.
my thing is it supposed to be like an optical illusion? Like, do you think that, I don't understand. Do you think when we look at it, we see some type of clothes? Like, that's what I'm trying to
You
understand.
gotta use your imagination.
Oh, okay. And okay, I get you. Because again, he's very futuristic. That's what they're
Mhm.
gonna be doing in
You got a
2035.
nice body though.
She does have body. He already told you he like white women built like black women.
I wouldn't say I don't know if she's built like a black woman.
I'm saying he like white girls with bodies. He's not gonna get a little.
But no,
Probably
I
the
mean,
worst he ever did was that little what's the girl that he did that model for a real long for a little bit after him and Kim's breakup. That's probably the only person that really didn't have a body like that. But that's what he likes. He's openly said that.
but I think I like her body more than I like Kim's.
Well, I mean, I don't know because I can't speak on it, but I also think she probably I that might be natural. I don't think she had her body done.
I think it is too.
Right. So yeah, y'all, and so yeah, she got up there naked. There were reports that they were escorted out. Apparently, that was untrue. However, I wouldn't have been mad if they would have been escorted out because the girl is out there on the red carpet with no clothes on. That's just what it was. I don't know how
She said,
you
"Don't you see my clothes?
look.
Don't you
And
see
then
them?"
it was funny because one of our mutual friends texted me and said, "What is she wearing?" Or no, she said, "What is she wearing?" She said she might as well have a collar and a leash around her neck. And I said, "Oh, she does. You don't see it; it's invisible, just like her clothes,
Mhm,
just like her clothes."
mhm.
But yeah, yeah, Bianca, blink twice if you need help. I ain't coming to get you, but I'll let people know about you. Okay. So yeah, y'all, that was pretty much what I have on the docket. I'm trying to see what else I got in my
Serayah.
oh yes, Nels really wants us to talk about this, y'all. So last night it came out that Serayah revealed her baby bump. We obviously don't know how far along she is, but
Confetti.
confetti. And of course we all know who her baby daddy is. Which I would hope
I
is Joey.
mean,
I would
we
hope it's Joey
don't
Badass.
we don't know for sure.
But Nels obviously is having a moment. She's in distress because of this news. And
I'm
I can mourn the loss, but again, they're not married. So I mean, I would hope it work out and that's what it goes to, but congrats to them. I don't know if it's his first child. I do believe it's hers. So congrats to them. I know they've been rocking.
I mean, I don't know if
They've
it
been
is.
dating for a very long time. I guess that's why it does. And I kind
I
of
mean, I
I
wouldn't
like
say
her.
a very long time.
Well, they've been dating for a good minute. And I like the fact, like I said, I like the fact that I like her. So it'd be different if it was a female that I didn't really like care for, but I actually like them two together. So I'm happy for him.
Oh, he does have a, I guess he has a daughter named Indigo Rain.
Mm. As y'all know, by the way, um, SZA will be taking the stage with Kendrick this weekend at the Super Bowl. So shout out to her. And y'all, Kendrick, oh my God, how could I forget that? Kendrick wore on 5 Grammys, I believe it was. For obviously, we
He
already
said
know.
he not like
We
us.
already know. It was not like us. Like, I'm sure he could have had any other banger and they just didn't even submit it because why? Why? You have a winner. And had the whole arena amped up when he went up to accept his awards. And I know Drake was somewhere in the corner crying. LeBron made a post about how he couldn't wait to Super Bowl. He knew Kendrick was gonna kill it. And then we see Drake on stage changing the lyrics to his song and talking about, not like LeBron. And he's real butthurt. He obviously thought, or maybe they were real. I mean, they did seem close at one point, but I guess LeBron taking Kendrick's side, or maybe just even liking the song, has ruptured this friendship. And Drake just wants no parts of it anymore. And all I'm gonna say is, I hope somebody go check on Drake on Sunday. I hope somebody go check on him. I also hope somebody sitting at his house holding his hand as he crashes out, because it's exactly what he's probably going to do. It's just, there's no, when you gonna have the whole stadium saying OVO, like it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. So yeah, prayers up for Drake, y'all. And then yeah, so last but not least, thankfully, the remains of all 67 victims from the tragic plane crash that happened over here in DC, they've all been recovered. So although unfortunate, thankfully, these people and their remains can be returned to their families so they can give them proper burial. So, and one thing I thought was interesting is, why haven't we heard any more information on the crash that happened in Philly? Like, it's almost like it happened and then nobody else, like, they said nothing else about it. Like, they didn't say what the cause was. Like, they didn't. And if I'm not mistaken, it was like a medevac. I think you said that, where it's like it was carrying patients, but they still didn't give us anything. And I just think
I
that's
think it was
weird.
carrying one patient and her mom and like the medical team.
Right. But I guess I want to know why it just fell out the sky in the middle of the city. They ain't gonna give us no answers. That's a little strange. And then I don't know if y'all saw the footage the other day where basically a Japan Airlines wing sliced into a Delta Airlines tail at a Seattle airport, which is crazy because I literally had family members just leave from Seattle. But yeah, while they were on the runway. And so can you imagine if that would have made it up in the air? And it's just awful. Obviously, there were no reports of injuries for crew or customers on the flight. The incident occurred, they said, around 10:17 with Japan Airlines Flight 68's wing striking the tail of the Delta flight. Both planes were taxiing, but Delta's aircraft was parked. FAA and airport crews responded swiftly, and operations resumed with minimal disruption. Passengers deplaned, and investigations continue. And yeah, it's a lot of investigations going on with these planes. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. I might just be in a car for the next 6 months. Car. If I can't drive it, I don't want to. I'm even scared of a train at this point. I don't. I damn sure don't want to do no boat. So yeah, y'all. I don't know. And y'all know how I feel about boats, but it's
He
getting
said,
real.
look, he at this point, he said, I don't even need to make a band if I wanted to. I'm gonna just scare y'all out the air.
Okay, basically. So yeah, y'all, that's what's going on. We appreciate you joining us for this quick hot topics. If you haven't already, please make sure that you hit the like button for us.
Make sure you comment
Make sure that you guys are subscribed.
and hit the notification bell.
And make sure that you guys are following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, BlueSky, IG, and the Facebook. And yeah, y'all, we appreciate you. And we'll catch you next week because we're going to stay on schedule. All right, y'all. But yeah, we love you. Appreciate you. And yeah, have a good one. Bye-bye.